Hey, what's going on? I hope everybody having a great day or night at the time that they're watching this video. I just come on here to offer my thoughts, if you will, on the case, and y'all can have y'all opinion as well. Now, when I focus on this case, and I know a lot of people have put a lot of time into figuring out what are facts and what are the fictions. For me, when I break this case down, I try to break it down into at least 5 parts because there's a lot going on, and so we have to put respect where respect is. All right. The first and foremost is the respect for the mother who's going through some health issues on her own, remaining strong every day as she seeks true justice for her daughter. It's something that has to be commended, respected, honored, and valued. Number 2, which is another story, I like to break these into the storylines of this case. Number 2 would be her, I'm talking Kenneka's, so-called friends. And the accounts of this night. But like I say, when we talk about that front, those facts will be revealed. My third story that I focus on in this case is the place that all this took. And we focus on that, and from an analytical point of view, that when we combine the narrative that was fed to the media and we apply it to this place that they was at partying, then we have to ask ourselves this question. So the narrative again is a 19-year-old woman goes up and down this hotel alone for that length of time, and she ends up walking into a hotel's freezer. And my question with that, to that place, would be, where was Kenneka's last line of defense? Now, I put an asterisk by that, and what I mean when I say an asterisk is that the narrative out there amongst many is that what we're seeing in these surveillance tapes are not real. Now, let me clarify what is really trying to be said here. With all due respect to the family and Kenneka, we know she has passed away. Something happened to her. The question that is being asked is, what are we seeing? And if what we are seeing is true, did she really travel that hallway, or was something else going on and how she got down there? And that question has to be asked when the narrative was she herself walked into a freezer, yet we haven't seen that evidence of it. Let me back up and get another point. Because if that was clear-cut true, then they would have, to my belief, they would have already released that video. And they releasing snippets and clips and what have you of it. Then you have to question the narrative that was given. When we analyze the video that was released, a lot of people focus and tend to ask the question of its authenticity. And I can understand that line of questioning. Not how Kenneka died. Is this what we're seeing is how she died? Is this real here? Is it real, or are we looking at a reenactment or some sort? Because how did Kenneka really get into the freezer would be one question. And these so-called clips of surveillance video, is that real? And that's the reason for the asterisk that I put behind that statement there. But here's another question to the place, aka the hotel. Real or not, where were your security team that was supposed to sit in those booths and look at TV screens 24/7, where were that person? Because that person or persons was supposed to be watching these hallways on every floor, making sure nobody gets robbed, raped, hit on the side of the head, what have you. So if they noticing somebody that's intoxicated walking up and down these hallways, and this child was walking up, allegedly, that's y'all word, y'all said that she's walking up and down these hallways for that length of time. So since that's y'all words, then let's use y'all words against you and ask you the same question. How the hell did you allow this child to walk up and down these hallways for that length of time and nobody in the security booth noticed her? Do answer. Do tell. Here's a follow-up question. Since that did happen, y'all haven't released no statement saying, hey, due to this incident, because this is some kind of form of a security breach that y'all need to let y'all guests know. How the hell your guests are going to feel safe if you can't notice people in situations? What you going to tell people? Because what you're telling people is, whatever going on in our establishment, if you need some assistance, we not watching screens to be your last line of defense. You got to fend for yourself. So where's that statement saying that you're going to make some security changes, some new updates? Do tell. Let's move forward to number 4, the investigation team. Well, that's a little deep. So let's dive in. When we talk about the mayor up there in Rosemont, they call the city, the town, the village. Well, it's a village of family. Family controlling everything that goes on up there. Which is the reason why they call themselves not letting the FBI investigate this case. Because that would be an outside entity from their family, if you will. Don't take my word for it. Go get your research on and see what the fuck I'm talking about. They run shit. The mayor has family in some kind of cleaning business. They have family in the police department, which is a direct conflict of motherfucking interest when we talk about this case. This dude's father, back in the day, purchased land, and he also purchased hotels. I'm talking about this mayor's father. So quite naturally, the son would definitely be looking out for hotels since his father purchased some back in the day. So hotels and hotel owners will get a cover, if you will. So my question, when you have a small town that call their own laws, they signed a law, they even came up with a law for Garth Brooks. Really? Really? See, it's big business in that little small town. They got all the little softball, sports bars. If you take a cab in Chicago, all them money goes to Rosemont. Since they're a little small town, little village, they can ask the government for loans. They don't use all that money. Well, who that money goes to? Little kickback and sweetheart deals. It's deep, so let's keep diving deep. When we talk about that bio lab research center up there, which was in 2015 known for harvesting organs, the FBI did an investigation and came in and raided that place. But here's my question to the why y'all didn't shut that bullshit the fuck down? Do tell. Y'all kept that shit going, right? You go in today, I'm pretty sure they'll say, welcome to whatever the fuck that name of that place is. How you doing today? Why y'all didn't shut it down? Well, we know why you didn't shut it down. It's not rhetorical. We know why you didn't do it. Because it's big business. Place is right next to the Chicago O'Hare Airport as well, right? So when we harvesting organs, we can put those organs on the plane and they can be shipped to whoever needs it at a moment's notice. When you have family controlling what's going on, then they call shots. If it was true, if the story was 100% true, don't you think they would have released the facts and the video way before now, if it was true? So we know, but you're telling on yourself. You're doing it. Because if it was 100% true, you would just go ahead and get it over with. Here's the facts. Here's the video. This is what happened. But when you string this mother along, especially when she come down and ask for this on the day of, and y'all stall her, this place calls the police on her, direct conflict of interest for disturbing the peace. This is how y'all treat guests. Again, thou shalt not lie. Feel me? But like I say, when I look and analyze this case, a lot of questions remain. A lot of unanswered questions. A lot of why didn't this happen? Why didn't that happen? The family only asked for the truth, to seek real justice. And for all the parties that's involved in this case, you would think that would be the ultimate conclusion to get and reach. But you see a lot of resistance, a lot of hesitation. And you have to ask yourself that with a logical brain and say, why? Why is that? You can read between the lines. If you got people controlling what's going on in that little small town, then it's self-explanatory. Family ain't gonna family, right? Feel me? The proof is already out here. The only question that remains is what we have seen and been told was real. What we do know is, for facts, that Kenneka was in that place, in that party, and died. What we do not know is how. Period. We know, but we don't know how. We don't know the steps, what was taken, how it happened. Those videos, put an asterisk on that shit. Is it real? Or is it a reenactment? What really happened? For the investigating team? What's good? Are you really trying to get justice for this family and solve this case? Or you really trying to cover your ass? Because it's leaning more to the latter. I realize that it's a lot of unanswered questions there. A lot of shit remains. I'll let y'all have a moment to think about the case. I'll let y'all reflect on y'all thoughts. And I end the video with saying rest in peace to Kenneka Jenkins. Y'all have a good one.